All right, in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about things that can limit the size of populations, or limits to population growth. So what are limiting factors? Limiting factors are anything that can limit how big a population can be. They're the things that set the carrying capacity for an environment for a particular species. And there are two kinds of limiting factors, density dependent and density independent. So first we'll talk about the density dependent factors. Density-dependent limiting factors operate strongly when population density reaches a certain level. In other words, the more closely together the things live, the bigger the effect is going to be. So density-dependent limiting factors include things like competition for resources, parasitism, disease, stress from overcrowding, predation, and herbivory. So competition, more resources get used up, the more individuals there are. And there's a certain amount of resources in a certain area. So that's going to limit how big the population can get. They can compete for things like food, for water, for space, for sunlight, shelter, mates, territories, etc. Parasitism and disease become bigger factors when things are closer together because the parasites and the diseases can spread from one individual to another more easily. So parasites and disease can spread quickly through dense host populations. Stress from overcrowding can lead to lower birth rates, higher death rates, and higher immigration rates. So here you can see an example of a predator-prey relationship. You can see, when the moose population goes up, the wolves follow it. And then the wolf population goes down, the wolf population follows it, and so on. Herbivory is when herbivores eat plants. So when the population of herbivores goes up, the population of plants goes down. When the population of plants goes up, the population of herbivores goes up. So they follow a similar pattern to the predator-prey. Density-independent factors are things that affect all populations regardless of their size or density. They include things like natural disasters and unusual weather like droughts and things like that, floods. Hurricanes, drought, floods, wildfires would be examples of density-independent factors. They're going to affect all populations, no matter how big they are. They may vary with population density, how big of an impact they have, but they're not going to affect only high dense populations. If a carrying capacity falls low enough, populations can be wiped out, leading to a species going extinct.